And hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Crypto Bull. In today's episode, I will be doing a live stream analysis, fundamental analysis, technical analysis of the cryptocurrency or blockchain project called the SANDBOX. Before I begin, I want to verify how well the market is performing. By reason, well, if I'm going to start doing a technical analysis here of the sandbox or any other cryptocurrency, it's always best to know what market sentiment is and how well it is performing. Um, as you can tell, you guys, market is slightly red. We are a little bit in a bearish period, you might say. However, you can see here on the hourly and 24-hourly charts, there's a little bit of an uptick. So we'll have to keep that in mind when doing the analysis. So let's start. The sandbox ranked by market capitalization as number 67. There we go. So I'm using a CoinGecko for all the data. So what do we see here that might be of interest? Currently valued $3.34 per coin. I see here it has, well, it's actually one of the coins who is greatly in green with a 31.9% increase in value. So 1/3 of its value on 24-hour trading range is upward. It's nice to see. Market cap 2,944,000,000, 24 trading volume 4,226. That's a little bit odd here. These numbers do not add up. Anyway, let's continue. Circulating supply 892 million coins. Total supply 3 billion. Max supply 3 billion. So it's still in the very early stages of development. Like I said, normally I do not do some information on beforehand. However, I'm going to deviate a little bit from in the traditional sense, meaning this time I only looked up coins based on, I did a research. Normally it's at random, but this time I wanted to have something to do with metaverse. And here at CoinGecko, you have the possibility to rank or choose coins depending on if it is categories. And I picked out metaverse, and I came up with this one. So anyway, let's continue. Websites here. Oh, I see contract information. That's Ethereum, and the explorers here, Etherscan and Explorer, imply it is a blockchain project, a cryptocurrency project based on the Ethereum blockchain. So it is going to be a token, not a coin. See dedicated website, sandbox.game, okay, and an article on Medium. Communities, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, Discord. More on that later, naturally. I will also be taking a look at the various communities where Sandbox is present, or in general, taking a look at the community of Sandbox by reason, healthy community with lots of memes, lots of information, news, blogs, etc. A strong, hot community helps cryptocurrency project to have success on the long term. So something I will be looking out for. Anyway, 24 trading volume, you can see here. Yesterday at 3 o'clock, tremendous price increase here from, let's say, $2.50 upwards to, $3.14. Actually, I'm more interested in its total run, though that's what I expected. A healthy bullish uptick. However, I see here listed on August 14, 2020. So it's less than 1 year old. Though I must say that I'm impressed by the max view. So its history up until now, where it concerns its value. I'm still sticking to my rule. A coin needs to be present 2 or 3 years. Have been around 2 or 3 years by reason, it's a safety. At that point, after 2 or 3 years, it has proven its merit. It has well, fared some storms in the cryptocurrency market, etc., and you get a much clearer view how things are. But I'm quite happy to see here this is a project deviating from traditional market sentiment, which implies, well, I'm not going to say it implies, but it underlines that there's probably a strong community behind it, and well, has attracted attention somewhere else. I know where. More on that later. Let's look at the hourly on the yearly. So nice bullish with an exponential increase here, a real explosion here. Same here. 180. Same here. 90 days. So everything's going to be bullish. The guys who have read and are learning from my Crypto Bull course, these are the kinds of graphs which are interesting. They are bullish the entire line. And actually, decent accumulation period here, as you can see here, to zoom out a little bit, occurred. It was quite stable for a very long time, and starting from 25th of October, it skyrocketed. More on that later. Why? So 90 days, as you can see, it is performing tremendously well. We had a little downtick here, but an immediate buy up, which to me implies there's a heavy support here at around 250 range. So heavy support there, trying to break new all-time highs. It even established one quite recently here. Oh, it broke its all-time high today even, 351 earlier today, so it's very good news. So as you can see here, it's quite stable, perhaps slightly bearish, but some nice support. So it is actually a very positive chart. I like seeing that one. I'll probably have to do something about metaverses, meaning I'll have to indulge you people more about it. Currently, I'm mostly focused on NFTs, but NFTs and metaverse are interconnected. On Twitter, I made a few tweets about it, connecting the two, but that tweet was mostly about the dangers of the metaverse. However, metaverse itself is, well, a kind of new prospering market, which will do well in the future, depending naturally on how things evolve, but very interesting to see here. The SANDBOX technical analysis looks very well. I'm not going to presume, I'm going to state this one will continue going up based on the technical analysis of the chart, especially with the tremendous increases in value. Should you buy based on the charts here? I'd wait a little while, especially due to this. That's quite an exponential rise. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it's better to wait a little bit until the market will stabilize a little bit more, and then buy in to maximize your profits. Basic general rules as laid out in my Crypto Bull course, link down below in the comments. Anyway, let's continue. So as you can see, it has been performing tremendously well. That's times 85 on the yearly basis, but exists slightly longer than 1 year, so take it with a grain of salt. SANDBOX markets, where is it available? Mostly on Binance, Ubit, Huobi, DigiPhoenix, and Bithumb. Biggest volume here, Binance, with a close second on Ubit, so both might switch from time to time. That's quite interesting, but the impression Binance is ruler of it all. Anyway, what do we see here? Price, blah, 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 circulating supply of 890 million sand coins and a total supply of 3 billion. So quite early, almost 1/3 has been minted. If you're looking to buy or sell, actually, is a token that is related to the metaverse, NFT, and gaming categories. So metaverse, NFT, and gaming categories. Now, people who have read my courses, like the Ultimate Guide to Cryptocurrency or NFTs Breaking the Mold, and well, have learned the lessons, will know as soon as you see NFT and a coin related to it, dealing with it, that's actually a very positive signal in this current period of time where NFTs are actually having tremendous rise, tremendous gains in popularity, almost as if going mainstream. NFTs even still are, well, have a lot of potential of unrealized potential. So we are still early with that one, and seeing this related to NFTs. Very nice. Seeing it related with metaverse, like I said, I will make a video explaining what metaverse is. Most people have a conceptual idea, but I will need to hash it out. Will I write a course about it? Perhaps in the future, but at this point in time, I'm going to merely give, well, explanations what it is, what you can do, etc. Consider it a freebie for all my viewers and people who want to learn about cryptocurrency. Anyway, what exchange is SANDBOX on? So traders can buy or sell on crypto exchanges, so that's a little bit of a rehearsal. It's available on Kraken. We'll look into that later on. What is SANDBOX? SANDBOX is a decentralized community-owned virtual world. So it has to do with gaming. It is a virtual world. Imagine World of Warcraft, but probably something more with some more immersion, considering it has to do with metaverse. Creators can host custom games and events on the virtual worlds. Analysts like to compare SANDBOX with Roblox due to their similarity in concept. Roblox, well, that's perhaps a little bit of marketing talk, but must say Roblox is quite renowned, and making the liaison is actually a good move and gives me a better idea what to expect. However, the key difference with SANDBOX is that the player have true ownership of the virtual world assets in the form of NFTs. So what you own within SANDBOX is truly yours because you have an NFT of it. That's why I said NFTs, metaverse, both are interlinked. Let's continue. By doing so, players and creators will be able to participate in the economy by assets trading and earning through tokens, making SANDBOX also considered a play-to-earn game. That's some exceptionally good news. Sorry there, guys. Small wrong click here. So, in short, it is some kind of sandbox game similar to Roblox, but whereby you can trade NFTs. NFTs are involved and which give you ownership. It is a play-to-earn game, it seems. That's interesting. So you can earn money playing games. That's a concept up until a few years ago when people were roaming the internet. They were like, play to earn, yeah, through casinos, etc., and where you actually lost more money than which you gained. Now, I dare say with blockchain technology and things like this, it's actually possible to earn money on the long term, especially if it's based with NFTs. By reason NFTs, well, their value will increase related to the value of the underlying asset. So, for example, if you buy an NFT on the Ethereum blockchain, well, its value will increase over time as Ethereum will know some appreciation. For example, if you bought a CryptoPunk for 12 Ethereum, say 8 years ago, it wasn't much. I believe you would have paid $40 or something like it. Pulling values here, sucking it out of my tongue. So 10 Ethereum for $4 each, so that's $40 for one CryptoPunk. However, 8 years later, now we are with Ethereum at around 4,000, so a 1,000-fold increase, which implies that same CryptoPunk, which was worth $40, is now worth $40,000. That's the power of NFTs and their underlying assets, and this is the same thing that you can do with SANDBOX or any other NFT-related cryptocurrency or blockchain project. You can do a manifold of, well, your investments, and especially if it's play to earn, you earn an NFT almost for nothing. For example, on this platform, on SANDBOX, you might theoretically attain higher value as it becomes more in demand, and people will say, yeah, okay, but we truly want it, and considering its very low value here, and perhaps future-wise, at 1 cent, for example, will be $300, you're in for some decent cash. So play to earn concept, which was quite mythical and pure theory in the past, has now become, well, in fact. I'm going to refresh the page by reason, okay, it loads more or less fast. I see here, so a little bit like Roblox, actually quite impressed with the graphics here. Okay, it took some time to load, but looks quite nice, and I have to say, this website already looks more inviting than what I saw with Axie Infinity. Perhaps because I'm much more of a fan of things like Roblox than well, the traditional things that Axie Infinity does. Looks nice, and well, Roblox nostalgia here. So let's continue. Open Metaverse, Sandbox. Metaverse made by players, pre-register, buy land, so you can buy land. Partners, Snoop Dogg, okay. Walking Dead, okay. South China Mining, Avenged Sevenfold. I'm more or less a fan of these guys. That's Mouse, if I'm not mistaken. Roller Coaster Tycoon, Atari, Care Bears, the Smurfs, okay. Nice to know. Discover the Sandbox is a virtual metaverse where players can play, build, and monetize their virtual experiences. We empower artists, creators, and players to build a platform they always envisioned. Unleash your creativity. So it's an immersion game. As said before, like Roblox on the blockchain. So they give a little rundown here. I'm actually quite happy to see it's not immediately about trading. Okay, they will say, okay, welcome to the open metaverse, buy land, pre-register, so to draw you in, but in reality they give you also a little breakdown here. So it's quite nice. As you can see, market only stands second place, so it's quite nice. YSand is our main utility token that allows you to buy and sell lands and assets in the sandbox metaverse. So virtual coins, NFTs, looks nice. Our virtual tokens mean on blockchain for digital scarcity, so they say how join our community. So all websites here, map. I'm a curious little guy. Okay, so that's the map of Sandbox. Start zooming out. Looks neat. I'm going to see if I can zoom in. The Walking Dead. So those are NFTs. Location. Okay, so you can click on the blocks themselves, and you can see who owns it, what it represents, etc. Size 1-on-1 parcels. Cool. And so if it's orange, it means it's on sale. I'm going to take a look. Applying filters, but this one's quite heavy actually. Okay. Applying filters. I'm going to remove this one. Okay, there's a light map here. So this shows actually all the different lands available on the sandbox. I like the graphic interface, though it might be my computer who isn't all too powerful anymore. And I've got to admit I'm currently mining Banano here, so that might also have an impact on performance. But it's a visual representation of different NFTs, and you can actually see what it looks like, what our land represents. And you can even visit the website. Go to CyberCongs. So those are NFT arts available on Sandbox. So it's actually very neatly done. I like it. So that's the map. Not going to further indulge into it. Market. NFT marketplace. And those are skins and a variety of other aspects that you can integrate onto your lands. Strand Survivor. Those are quite hefty prices here, but I'm assuming most of this value is a direct result of the Ethereum blockchain, where I know gas fees are quite high, and that this is actually a direct result of it. So 68 of 68, so finished. A premium thing, so which you can place actually on your island. It's in Broken Sword. One, Yup Walker. Okay. This Google crypto. My auto use on pursue sentence currency. All these playgrounds set by utility and it's primary. So you can buy here. pieces of land. It's nice. Featured. Oh, and these are the featured NFTs on SANDBOX themselves. So Mystical Festival. Is it here? Atari, Care Bears. I'm an old school gamer, so I like Atari, Cannonball, Tempest Alien. Well, some of you retro gamers will recognize some of the characters here. Naturally. The classic Atari. Smurfs, I'm from Belgium, and the Smurfs were created here, and as you can see, Papa Smurf with glasses, etc. Cool to see, and actually nice to see some old Belgian, I must say, folklore and stuff being made available, so I like it. Avenged said I was a metal fan, so the Bat Pack, Bat Country convertible, yeah, that's them, all right. And Gemini, I thought it was the exchange, but yeah, looks like it. I'm actually making free. I'm doing some marketing here, so I'm going to stop doing that. It all looks very nice. It really draws you in. I can understand, well, I do understand why many people who get involved with NFTs start spending tremendous amounts of money on simple pixel art. The art itself, especially when it's done this way, really draws you in, and you are starting to get inclined to, well, open up your wallet, but not going to do that. But as you can tell, I'm actually very impressed. And this is actually a very good example of a metaverse. By reason, well, if you look at a map, you've got a visual representation. You really get immersed, especially with the marketplace. Even though it's in beta, you can do customizations. You can do a full-on immersion within the world, in this virtual world. So that's why it's so heavily based on metaverse. But let's continue with the about. By reason, I want to see about the team, how it functions, etc. And actually, and blog. I'm going to click on blog for later on. Oh, okay. Too bad. I'm going to click on the SANDBOX. So those are the partners. Very nice. There's quite a lot that I recognize here. Truly Hell's Kitchen, Avenged Sevenfold, Snoop Dogg, etc. Popular ones, less popular ones. Samsung Next, LG Technology. People know these guys. Actually curious. Okay, no, Link's dead. Quite a shame. Come on. Voila. Meet a team, Arthur Madrid, Sebastian. So I've got names, I've got pictures. However, as you could tell, I was trying to click on them. Reason, well, to differentiate a scam project from a legitimate project, it isn't sufficient to put up a picture and a little description of what I do within the company. I want to have, well, direct links towards their social media presence, if any. By reason, it makes it more easier for me to verify if it's a legit project or not. And it also prevents, well, scam artists rehashing the same kind of guys, etc. I've had a. I'm going to look Otto Madrid. Oh, I've had in the past. There's a guy at the SANDBOX, so this one checks out. Close it. That's CFO, so Chief Executive. I'm going to turn here. So what I wanted to say was, in the past I did fundamental analysis of a project, and in reality, when I clicked on the profile, I had an immediate disclaimer by coincidence on LinkedIn also, where it said not associated with that project. It's a scam. Scammers had forgotten to remove it. So yeah. Let's see, Marcus Blushka. indirector. So that one seems to check out also. Permanent from Studios. That's nice. I'm going to really pick at random a guy or 2, 3 here. Game designer Felipe Nunez. I hope he's got a profile. That's by the way, also a little tip I'm going to give you guys. If you're doing a screening here, let's see to find him. Do not limit yourselves towards the CEOs, CFOs, etc. by reason some scammers limit themselves to all chief technical, financial, operation, etc. engineering, and the rest of the team being fakes. That's the reason why I'm also taking a look here at various others. Pablo Iglesias, if I can find that one. SANDBOX. The developer, so he checks out also. Marcus Blusher, yeah, okay. Tried him already. Who can I take here? Jean-Etienne Martin. Yeah. Tech manager at the SANDBOX. So team checks out. I'm going to stop it here. So team checks out. They are verifiable. Though if someone of the development team is watching me, or the website owner, ask your fellow team members to provide social links, even towards LinkedIn. It's so much better to have direct reference that I can click on it for immediate verification. For investors and for people who are curious in SANDBOX, it's actually added value, gives some more credibility, attracts more people. But it's already nice you've got pictures and names that I can verify. So now what I'm trying to look up here has to do with, okay, it's available in different languages and license takes and next thing I want to do is try to have a look at something like a white paper. The game maker, so they give a little bit of an explanation here. Integrate into games with Game Maker, okay. Digital piece. Create and sell assets on the marketplace as NFTs, okay. Balancing one of the land sales, increase land value, building games on Game Maker. ERC 176, so that's the official Ethereum. Can't come up with the words again. Yeah, that's basically the indication of the kind of token you're creating on the Ethereum blockchain. This one designates NFTs. Let's see how it works. So revenue, 50% towards the company, 50% towards the foundation, company into the market, community rewards, etc., etc. So this might look a little bit on the tokenomics, how everything functions. Game makers, funds, and creative fund offering grants to sometimes high quality content in the SANDBOX. 17 game projects, supporting local community. Checks out, but I'm a little bit wary when seeing this, especially 50% of revenue. Look at 12 months, so there's a treasury and a lockup before, I'm assuming, to be released on the market. It's not really indicated that clearly. That's why there's a need for white paper. There it is. If I can give an additional tip, you guys, if someone's watching from development team or website, etc., and doing the marketing, please make available the white paper also in the direct links on CoinGecko, and I'm going to do a quick search on CoinMarketCap. Perhaps it's available there, but try if you're listed somewhere to have it everywhere more easily available. Yeah, okay, white paper, is it? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to partially retrace my words here. It's available on CoinGecko. No, on CoinMarketCap, but not on CoinGecko. So perhaps you guys need to look into that. Try to make it available. Anyway, let's continue. Glad the white paper is easily available. Only entering from a wrong platform, I'm going to say. So, welcome to the metaverse. Disclaimer. Anything is subject to change or update and should not be construed as commitment. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Use generated content, abbreviations. So, say the kind of lexicon they're going to use. Historical background, mission, game overview, last map. So they give you a little done run. There we go. Tokenomics. That's what I'm currently interested in. More solution. Is there something about consensus protocol which verifies everything? I'm first going to page 31. Economics, year 1. Mint assets by gems, artists, creatures, creatures. Plays, buy lands, combine lands, investors, acquire central exchanges, take sand. For hire. That's a little rundown of the tokenomics. That's how everything functions. So it's still in full-on development, project financing, and initial revenue. Seed sale, strategic sale, launchpad sale, foundation, 12%. Naturally, I'm the kind of guy who's going to be a little pain in the ass here. And I've said it in other live streams, and I'm going to stick it to it even with this one. I'm also always wary of tokenomics, especially when I can clearly see that the majority of tokens is still in hands of the development team or, well, the foundation behind it. And what do I see here? Foundation, founders and team, 19, sorry. Company reserve, 25, so that's also in their hands. That's already 44% in their hands. Plus 12, that's 56% in the hands of the developers. So a little bit sketchy. Is there a possibility they will do a rug pull? Possibility exists. However, I dare say with how everything has been built and the ease of availability of their team members, I'm actually slightly more trustful. But be aware, majority is still in the foundation's hand. Total sand supply, so it all works on dynamics. And now I'm going to we granted gaming stack for digital storage, etc. So those are tokens. They make use of minting tokens, etc. So there's a mechanism. I'm going to see if consensus protocol. Nope. Sand tokens shall be allocated in a staking pool as rewards for all that stake sand tokens and 50% to the foundation. I'm going to assume, as it isn't clearly stated, but considering you can stake coins, that it's going to operate on a proof of stake mechanism. That's all I need to know at this point in time. So I'm going to close the white paper. So what's actually good news that I found the white paper. Is there something else here on the website? Not immediately. Some more social pages here, so I'm not going through CoinGecko to click on them. I want to verify the Medium article. Those are blog and news updates. A little bit of weird arrangement here. I will technically read from left to right, but here it's organized right to left. Okay. No, it skips a little, so there's no immediate overview. Perhaps there's an underlying algorithm based on popularity. Here it checks out once again. No, not always. But yeah, seems regular updates here. Almost on the monthly, almost updates. So that's great. partnerships, announcements, blockchain changes. What's in that blockchain? So there's some nice guys. I'm actually very happy to see the Medium article is still present, is up to date and active. A lot of scam projects actually start also with a Medium article, but for some reason the article is being retaken. Their zone on Medium is being withdrawn. That's a very first signal that the developers and community doesn't really care about the project and that it's a project which is on the verge of failing. Not the case with this one. Very good news to me. But like I said, I'm going to now check up on the various communities. That's Discord, not going to click on it. Telegram is generally active, but I'm not going to show it by reason, well, I'm a member of a few groups. I want to respect the guy's privacy. And at the same time, Telegram itself doesn't give me much information. There tends to be a lot of shit talking and a lot of talk, but not really a decent overview for what is occurring. I'm going to check up on Twitter. There's an Instagram. I believe it wasn't listed. Nope, wasn't listed on CoinGecko. Facebook page, YouTube, and that's Twitch. I believe it's open. I'm going to open it up. Twitter, let us see, and I believe I'm missing one. Oh no, I thought there was a Reddit page. SANDBOX game, so nice. Almost 300,000 followers. This one seems to check out. So retweet, so I see some decent interaction here. In the retweet, the amount of likes, follows, and interaction checks out. To your NFT collection, let's see. So they list NFTs here, NFTs to own, call, board, larva, blah, 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 blah. I see some healthy interaction with the community here, so Twitter checks out. I'm going to do something which I've been doing in the last couple of episodes, and I'm going to check the followers. By reason, there were a lot of names here, which were obvious bots, and became very apparent as soon as I opened the page. But here, it all checks out. I even recognize some, like Crypthusiast engine coin. I did a fundamental analysis on that one. Cyberkongs I also encountered, and I know that one checks out. This one reminds me of something. I believe I've got it, saw it passing by, and especially I see one of the guys I follow subscribe to it. That's an automatic check. Now there's a few bots, probably dead profiles, Fox. It's bound to occur when you have that much followers, but the majority of them seem to be legit. So that's a very, 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 very positive signal. It's a legitimate project which has grown naturally. Way to go, guys. Instagram, 5 following. Naturally, they are showcasing here various games, news updates, and all things related towards the platform, the various NFTs. In-game pictures, from what I can tell. So you get a much better idea how everything runs and how it looks like. Checks out. SANDBOX, 15th of November. That's 2 days ago. 4 days ago, sorry. Facebook is also regularly updated, which is a very, very positive signal. If they take time to post on Facebook, I know a lot of projects no longer make their presence known on Facebook, and some of the legitimate projects that do aren't as active. So I'm very happy to see here active on Facebook that they have, well, very good roots in a variety of social media. It's actually a very positive signal which implies a very supportive community, that they are gaining traction to be well known.
Welcome to another fantastic week of the SANDBOX.
The videos,
First, let's take it
5 days
around the
ago,
world
1 month,
from
2 months, 3 months,
Ukraine to
okay.
These are 10 diverse
There's
and
tutorials,
unique
live stream, trails and gameplay, NFT, etc., etc. Push you. of automated things here. Okay, loving it. Twitch. That's Twitch. Yeah, Twitch TV. Talk and podcasts. Also here, once again available, though some of these video I saw on the YouTube channel. Checks out. I'm a happy man. I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to do a synopsis of, well, everything I've discussed here. SANDBOX. So, what is my verdict? I'm positive about it. Related towards NFTs metaverse, technical analysis on the chart. I'm also very positive. Entire bullish chart. I also promised at the beginning of this video that I would explain why it is as bullish as it is and why the sudden rise in importance, etc. Well, everything has to do with a move that Facebook made. First thing is they are changing names. They will no longer be called Facebook Group, but it will be called Meta. By reason, Mark Zuckerberg on October 25th has announced they will be heavily involved with creating a metaverse and that they will be investing in metaverses. Now, naturally, blockchain technology plays key within a metaverse. NFTs are heavily related by reason NFTs are digital assets. Moving them and, well, buying, selling, transacting them, executing them can have real life consequences. Meaning, if, for example, you buy well, it's actually a blog post by a friend of mine that I've written as a guest. And there is, for example, a shop, clothing shop, which is selling her clothes as NFTs. Meaning, if you own the NFT, you also own the underlying, well, asset, the clothes themselves. So you own them. The NFT serves as a proof of ownership for the real clothes you can wear. Now, this is very important for establishing a metaverse. At this point in time, well, SANDBOX is involved with metaverse and NFTs. People are creating actively games and NFTs on the platform. From what I could tell, it's still a game, something like Roblox, so they have the advantage of a certain amount of nostalgia from older Roblox users as they find themselves in a similar situation, entirely decentralized, blockchain based. It's an entire metaverse that has been created. So on that account, future wise, as metaverses will become more and more important and more people will be immersed in it, and that's plain fact, especially when considering how many gamers there are out there, and considering the amount of different platforms which are all about role-playing and role-playing games and, well, services, etc. Metaverse is something that is to be established, that is establishing itself. And on that account is something like, well, SANDBOX, very important. It will know meteoric rise. It is rising tremendously. And on that account, I dare say, start investing in it. Currently, it's in a heavy bull run, and I'm going to refer towards my course, the Crypto Bull, to, well, measure and know the exact timing when to invest. But you should be getting into it, especially anything related towards NFTs. Naturally, be wary you're not spending way too much money or your life savings on a pointless NFT, but try to find the projects like SANDBOX, for example, here, that will have some decent appreciation future-wise. And with that, I want to conclude the live stream. I'm going to be heavily positive about SANDBOX. That's something worth watching in, especially with everything I've covered. There were a few red flags, I dare say. Well, not really a red flag. Well, there is one, which was the tokenomics, so keep that one in mind. However, as everything else checks out, I'm fairly confident about the project. As a little remark towards the website owner, try to, well, include links towards your team members' social media. It gives some added credibility. So with that, I want to conclude this live stream. I thank you guys all for watching. Hope you learned a few things. Naturally, if there are questions or remarks, put them in the comments down below. I'll respond as soon as possible, and I always appreciate you guys' feedback. So up until next time,